My first guest tonight is a terrific actor. He's guest starring in Grey's Anatomy, which is on ABC. Take a look at this.
I'm sorry. Where I come from, elevators tend to be this kind of aphrodisiac. You know? You look in on them and they just get all horny. Oh, no, not that I'm talking about you and I. No, I'm just saying it's a relief, you know, to be on a not horny elevator. You know? Just get on. Ride. Without the sex. Right?
Tim Daly, everybody. Tim, it's very nice to see you. I like your suit very much.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
You may have it after the show.
Really? It wouldn't fit me. I have to wear the Bob Barker cast-off. That's my size. I wear that. How are things? I know you're from Vermont. How are things out there? Everything all right after the storms and stuff?
I had a few problems.
Did you really?
Yeah. I mean, it was a Sunday night. Well, first of all, it was the middle of freaking April, and I drove home on a Sunday, and there was about 8 inches of new snow. And then I went to sleep, as I sometimes do.
Yeah.
And
even though you're a busy show business professional, you don't normally have time for that kind of thing.
Right. I mean, you know, between the partying and all the rehab and all that stuff, I sleep. And so I'm lying in bed in Vermont, which is, you probably don't know where that is, but and there's this howling wind that turns out to be kind of like exactly, and the trees are snapping, and I wake up and there's no power. And so I'd go to my crappy generator, and I start it up, and every time I turn on the coffee maker, the generator goes out. So I decided to drive down to town, and there are 5 huge trees across the road. So I strapped on my chaps, my Kevlar chaps.
Oh, right, I see.
No, not those chaps.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know. Come on, chaps, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's move the trees.
That's right. Yeah. That's very funny. That's a cross-cultural kind of disconnect.
That's the whole.
I love that. Love that about this country. Anyway, I put on my orange Kevlar safety chaps and went out there and started chainsawing the trees. And when I was almost done, a guy from the town showed up, you know, wearing like flip-flops and shorts.
Right.
You know, and
Vermont
kind of laughed at me
tough,
like, by geez, I ain't seen chaps in a long time. You know, and he was like, yeah, I cut my leg off a couple of times. Maybe I should get me a pair. But anyway, so that was my problem.
So, but you cut the trees down and you go out, obviously.
I did. I cut them down.
And you've, I don't know. We like trees. I've been watching you on The Sopranos, getting beat up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to talk to you too much about The Sopranos because I don't want to know how it ends. You don't know how it ends, do you?
I can't talk to you about it anyway.
All right. Is it kind of like...
I'm here to talk about 2 shows that I can't talk about.
Oh, yeah, because you can't talk about The Sopranos, and then the ABC show, what's that one that you can't talk about?
It's the Grey's Anatomy augmentation.
Oh, the spin-off?
Yeah.
No,
It's not allowed to say.
It's not a spin-off.
I'm not allowed to say that.
Okay. Why you didn't say it? I said it.
It's right, but I can't concur. Otherwise, I will be.
Don't concur.
The Grey's Anatomy, the augmented, enhanced Grey's Anatomy show, which will be on Thursday night, and I can't talk about it.
Right.
I'm in it. Though.
Who's in it?
Kate Walsh is in it. Oh, you saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, that was it.
I wasn't even talking in that clip.
Well, that's right. You're not even allowed to talk in the show.
Just clam right up.
That seemed quite interesting to me, though, that, you know, you would be standing in... Is that the first time you meet our character in the show?
It is.
And she's in it...
Wait.
Well, I see. What are you, ABC executives? So you meet someone in an elevator, and Kate Walsh in the elevator says, oh, elevators make me horny. So it's a cartoon, then, obviously, we're talking about that. That doesn't happen in anione's life. Kate Walsh doesn't walk in... Well, maybe in your life it happens. I don't know. Kate Walsh is in an elevator with me. She's scared.
Well, she's a little scared of me, but not too much. Yeah, I can't talk about it.
Okay.
All I can tell you is she goes to L.A. and that's it.
Right.
And then I'm on The Sopranos and that's it.
And you can't talk about that.
Can't talk about it.
Can you talk about Vermont?
I just did. Vermont's awesome. Don't move there though, please. Don't move there because it'll ruin everything.
No. So what?
No, I mean not you specifically.
No, I mean you specifically. I mean you specifically. No, I mean, well, where do you stay out here? Do you have a house in L.A.?
I don't.
So where do you stay?
I stayed, you know...
Oh, no, you don't tell me specific, like a hotel.
A hotel.
Right. Well, that's good. Do you take out the macadamia nuts out the minibar?
Hotels are so weird because I've stayed in them so often, but I tend to remodel when I go to hotels. I remember specifically one time I was staying in this hotel in Seattle when I was shooting The Fugitive, and they had the television and the bed lined up so that you couldn't see the television unless you lay on the foot of the bed sideways. And I went out to the hardware store and I bought like a screw gun and undid it, and so that it was all come out so that I could actually lie in bed and watch television.
Wouldn't they have a problem with you rearranging their hotel like this?
Well, I lived there for 6 months. I mean, I was their highest paying customer in the history of their hotel. I don't think they had too much of a problem.
Well, I mean, I used to remodel hotel rooms, but it was by accident. You know.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with Tim Daly, everybody.
We mythologize our inner narrative. Take, for example, Beowulf. Who is Grendel? But the habit, the disease. Fresh casualties in the Battle of the Blank Page. Welcome to the Writers Guild. Have a seat. Take me. My past as an addict. I was never there. You have nothing to connect me with this unfortunate man.
We've got 4 phone calls from Richard to your office.
I get many anonymous calls, lots of them from gay men seeking a way back to a healthy life.
Look at yourself, Reverend. I mean, maybe you need counseling. Hiding behind your wife and kids while you sleep with male prostitutes and preach against gays.
Homosexuality is a crime against God, and I am his servant. I would never violate his law. Forensics are back.
Oh, Reverend. Guess we'll find out the truth now.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Tim Daly. That was an interesting choice of a clip from your show.
It just inspired me.
Right.
I think that the augmented Grey's Anatomy could maybe be called Grey's Anatomy SVU.
Oh, that's good.
Do you think?
Yeah,
it's not a bad. It's worked for them.
And do you play
scary Christian homosexual rapist murderer?
Strangely enough, that was not going to be my question. I was going to say, do you play a bad guy? I'm so naive.
No, actually, that Law and Order, I actually turned out to be not so bad a guy, but they think I'm a bad guy.
Oh, they think you're a bad guy.
Yeah,
but
because I have that kind of comb-over thing.
Yeah, and also you're doing that. You stand in and they probably play evil music when you walk in the room.
They do.
Da, da, na, 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 na. That's a giveaway. If ever you think someone's evil, listen to the music.
You're right. That's true.
Yeah. Do you know that you and I both, you're the only person I've had on here that has hosted the People's Choice Awards, and I did it and you did it.
Oh my God.
You're the only other person that's done it. You know what I didn't like? I didn't like that you kept giving prizes to other people. Like, I'm standing there all dressed up. No one's giving Daddy a prize. I'm giving him out to other people. I'm like, oh, come on. Couldn't I have a best host of tonight or something?
You know what's funny about I'm going to give away a secret because I haven't been told not to, but I think most people don't know that this whole thing about, on the People's Choice Awards, they have to tell you that you won.
Yeah.
It's like the whole competition of it all. You notice the losers don't show up. That's because they already know. Losers.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're hosting it. Those are the only losers that actually do show up.
That's right. Yeah. It was very nice, and it was a great honor to host it. honor. No, Jerry Seinfeld said the best thing about that, which is the best you can do is that they will ask you back to do it again. And I think, I would never, ever do it. I'm quite happy in my own little cupboard here with these angry people looking at me. I'm very happy with that. Just do it. And I've got a lovely view of the LA basin out there. It's absolutely fine.
I was at the Correspondents' Dinner in Washington.
The White House?
Yeah, the White House thing, speaking of hosting, and Rich Little, Am I saying that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Did his thing. And
Not
it was,
Little Richard.
No. Oh, if Little Richard, that would have been.
Yeah, I like Little Richard.
Else. I felt kind of bad for him because everybody was cranky and it was not as happy as it should have been.
Yeah, well, it's the government. You know, they're cranky.
They really are, aren't they?
Well, they're politicians, and they've just been found out that half of them have been sleeping with prostitutes across there. So, of course, yeah, they're a bit they're again like, oh, no, here we go. I've been sleeping with a prostitute, and Rich Little's on. They're going to be angry. No, it's a bad thing. What about the theatre? Are you still doing that? You still doing the Broadway stuff?
I did a play on Broadway last spring. Big failure. It was great. I had a great time.
What was what was it?
It was a revival of the Caine Mutiny Court Martial that actually was, I thought, very good, but, you know, apparently the people at the New York Times didn't think so we closed promptly.
Yeah.
But I had a great time, and I hope to do a lot of theater again in the near future.
It seems like you may be available for some more
theater.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Unless this Grey's Anatomy...
augmentation show.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy, SVU.
Yeah, seems to have.
Well, good luck with all of the projects that you're not talking about.
Thanks.
Lovely to see you again, Tim. Tim Daly, everybody. We're right back with Joe.